So hi mga Kabs, kumusta? PJTV ako pa ito. Sana sa buting kalagayan at malulusog yung pangangatawan. So, kung di ka pa naka-follow, i-follow mo na aking Facebook page, YouTube channel, TikTok account, at huwag kalimutan ma-like and share. Tara, umpisa natin ang video. So mga Kabs, meron tayong pag-uusapan patungkol kay Harry Roque at kay Representative Jinky Luistro. Dahil dito, kung natatanda nyo sa Senate hearing ni Senator Risa Hontiveros at ni Harry Roque, sagot ng sagot si Harry Roque, matapang, sumasagot bigla, di ba? Pero dito, kay Representative Jinky Luistro talagang tameme si Harry Roque, behave na behave. Kumbaga iba ang Harry Roque, may kita nyo dito sa hearing na ito, doon kesa sa Senate hearing. Kasi attorney laban sa attorney, talagang kumbaga pang matalinuhan talaga tong sagutan na to. So natameme dito si Harry Roque patungkol nga dun sa pagligal sa pogo ni President Duterte na dapat dadaan muna ito sa PAGCOR. Kasi ang PAGCOR ang nang-approve kung pwede maging legal o hindi papasang legal ang isang gambling o itong online nga. Nabigla ang lahat na si Duterte na-approve na daw ito. So ito ang tanong ni Representative Jinky Luistro kay Harry Roque. Kung tama ba ang ginawa ng administrasyon na yon? Ito at natameme nga, walang laban si Harry Roque dito. Bilib na bilib ang mga netizen ngayon kay Representative Jinky Luistro kasi parang nagiging 2.0 Miriam Defensor ang style niya. Yan ang nagiging tatak niya ngayon, Miriam Defensor 2.0. So sa ngayon na-highlight siya as isang matapang na representative na talagang gusto itama ang mali. At pag tumakbo to ng senador, nako, sure ball, magiging nga to isa sa mga top. Kasi magandang pinapakita niya Sa totoo lang, pera biro, ganito dapat mga matatalino, hindi yung Robin Padilla no, nagbibigote-bigote lang, nag-i-snack lang sa Senate hearing. Yung ba ang gusto ng senador? Dapat ganito ang senador, matalino, marunong, may malasakit sa bayan. Hindi yung, yung bato nyo, yung padilya nyo, yung bongo nyo, ano ba yan? Ito, panoorin yung video na to para mapaisip rin kayo talaga. Comment down below and pakishare na rin ang video.
Hearing when former Chair Domingo said that President Duterte regulated online gambling through Executive Order number 13. But I am unable to give an opinion now, not being thoroughly familiar with the EO as well as the underpinnings behind the issuance of Executive Order number 13. I'm so sorry, Your Honor, it's not within my field of expertise.
With all due respect to our resource speaker, Mr. Chair, I find it strange na sa dami po ng hearing na ina-attendan niya, both in the Senate and in the Congress, all pertaining to POGOs, he have not come across EO number 13, from which the POGOs or the online gaming started. But I'm sure, for the next concern that I wish to raise, our resource speaker is very much familiar with, because this is fundamental in the study of law. There is in law the principle of separation of powers. And I wish to share the case of Belgica versus Ochoa, GR number 208566, November 19, 2013, on the constitutionality of the Priority Development Assistance Fund. For the information of the Filipino people, I wish to read the principle of separation of powers refers to the constitutional demarcation of the three fundamental powers of the government. In the celebrated words of Justice Laurel Inangara versus Electoral Commission, it means that the Constitution has blocked out, with deft strokes and in bold lines, allotment of power to the executive, the legislative, and the judicial departments of the government. To the legislative branch of the government through Congress belongs the power to make laws. To the executive branch of the government through the President belongs the power to enforce laws. To the judicial branch of government through the court belongs the power to interpret laws. I wish to go back to Attorney Roque. Attorney Roque, don't you think that the President encroached upon the power of the Congress when he issued Executive Order number 13 providing for online...
Well, Mr. Chair, first and foremost, I argued that case of Bellica. I was lawyer in the Supreme Court for Mr. Bellica, and I could confirm the principle of separation of powers. However, as I said, although it is not my expertise, I will give my opinion, my candid opinion. And that is, under our scheme of things, executive issuances, legislative enactments are all presumed to be constitutional unless proven otherwise. So the status of Executive Order number 13, unless challenged in court, is that it is presumed to be constitutional. Executive orders being in the nature of implementing existing legislation, Your Honors.
Mr. Chair, there's a principle in law. When the law does not provide, we should not provide. When the law does not include, we should not include. If the substantive law creating PAGCOR does not provide for online gaming, then no executive issuances should provide for online gaming. Let us all be reminded by the legal maxim, inclusio unius est exclusio alterius. Kung wala naman pong sinabi dun sa substantive law, then the procedural law should not provide. Let us be reminded that the procedural law should always yield in favor of the substantive law. Mr. Chair, I wish to invite the attention of the committee to Executive Order number 13, the presidential issuance which provides for the very first time for the term online gaming, the term that was never mentioned in the legislation that was passed by Congress. In the 8 whereas clause, it says, clarifying the extent of authority of gambling regulators, particularly with regards to online gaming. And then we have section 3, clarification on online gambling, which technically defines what online gambling is. And then under section 4, Mr. Chair, it emphasizes the oversight function of the Office of the President over all forms of gaming, and that includes online gaming. I humbly submit, Mr. Chair, that EO number 13 brings online gambling into life. And I do not understand, Mr. Chair, why this should circumvent the law that was passed by Congress, creating the PAGCOR and providing the authorities to regulate all the gaming and gambling activities. Once again, Mr. Chair, I wish to raise the reason why the principle of separation of powers is very important. The principle of separation of powers and its concepts of autonomy and independence stem from the notion that the powers of the government must be divided to avoid concentration of these powers in any one branch. The division, it is hoped, would avoid any single branch from lording its power over the other branches or the citizenry. To achieve this purpose, the divided power must be wielded by co-equal branches of government that are equally capable of independent action in exercising their respective mandates. Lack of independence would result in the inability of one branch of government to check the arbitrary or self-interest assertions of another or others. To wind up, Mr. Chair, I wish to state for the record that when the President issued Executive Order number 13, it is the humble submission of this representation. He legislated, he amended, he repealed the law, an act which violates the fundamental principle of separation of power. The executive should not encroach upon the power to legislate that belongs exclusively to the Congress.